welcome to Decodes. And Johan, welcome to Decodes as well.
Thank you very much. Good to be here.
So, okay, we're going to talk about tokenized assets, and I think it's one of those topics that we're hearing more about these days. It's in the world of blockchain and crypto, and that's kind of normally where we see it getting talked about. But can you explain a little bit more? Like, what exactly is tokenized assets exactly?
Sure. So tokenized asset is where we issue different certificates, different securities, etc., and using the blockchain technology. So we can actually efficiently track the issuance process through smart contracts on the network, and we can manage the custody of the assets in a blockchain technology world, you could say. So borrowing in a lot of techniques from the crypto industry. We all know about Bitcoin and Ethereum, etc. And now we're applying similar logics onto financial assets. And that's why we call them tokenized assets. I think it's digital assets, but they are issued onto a decentralized network, if you want. They are controlled through cryptographic keys, so you can feel much more safer about the custody of the assets.
Okay. So I guess just can you give like I don't know, not a metaphor, but like, you know, you mentioned cryptographic. Is like what exactly does that mean? Like why is this a little bit different than how it's usually done?
So I think an interesting metaphor could be in the diamond industry, for example, where we have a lot of diamonds that are being traded. Maybe you have diamonds that you own, and then through the tokenized asset, you could issue a certificate that corresponds exactly to your diamond. Each diamond has special characteristics that you can log into the certificate, and by that you can prove that this certificate corresponds exactly to this diamond. And then while this certificate is then issued on a distributed ledger, you can clearly show who is owning this certificate to a wider audience, if you want to, through the whole network. And then if you want to sell your diamond, you can also sell the certificate to someone else. So it's clear to the rest of the world that this diamond has now shifted in the ownership to someone else. So that would be a way for how you have tokenized, you could say, the diamonds into certificates that be managed securely in a blockchain environment. And I think, what I think is really nice about tokenized asset and the use of blockchain here is that you can actually track the whole life cycle of this diamond from its inception until its life.
Well, so in terms of the benefits, so then how do you see it applying to sort of capital market infrastructure, basically our space, market technology? Like how could this be applied in that?
Yeah, I think we already sell a lot of solutions managing digital assets, you could say, or everything is more or less digital in our world today.
Sure.
So what we do now, we see, and where does it make sense to apply the blockchain technology, i.e. where does it make sense to start to tokenize assets? And I think it's primarily in this tracking process, the issuance process. You can actually build a complete solution covering the whole life cycle of a digital asset through the blockchain environment. And you can lock in certain parameters or characteristics of your instrument, of your security, or of your diamond into a smart contract. So already when I issue my asset, I can be guaranteed and secured about certain characteristics or parameters to that asset. Should it be a dividend to be paid out? Should it be ownership restrictions? Or should it be the life cycle of that asset?
Got it. So I guess just looking forward, where do you see tokenized assets? Like, is this going to be a bigger part of the market technology, would you say? Where do you see kind of like this evolving to?
Yeah, we are heavily investigating into this area now, and I can clearly see that the tokenization of assets is a much sought after solution for the moment. We get a lot of inbound requests. Can you support us in delivering a solution so we can manage our tokenized assets? And I would primarily see this taking off in new markets outside the traditional complex financial arena. So I don't think it's going to kick off with the complex in securities we have today. It's more going to take off in less regulated or even non-regulated assets, and primarily on the spot market, so they are immediately traded, being one of the benefits of tokenized assets, that you can immediately settle them. And then, so I think that's where it's first going to evolve. So we're working a lot with new types of industries, being the logistics industry, the shipping market, or the insurance industry, loyalty points, for example, or grain trading of commodities.
Okay, well, thank you so much. That was very useful. Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Rewrite tomorrow.